Good morning, everyone, and it's very nice to be back here with you all, and it's also very nice to be here just in this posture, my meditation posture, because I feel like it's a continuity of being together with a group of people on retreat this last 2 weeks, and it's a continuity with all the people who I've had the good fortune to meditate with and share this life and share these teachings and explore the Dharma. So, and now here we are to do the same. And I'm very grateful and very appreciative of all of you being here so that we can share this together. And a valuable question for people doing mindfulness practice is, what would I be experiencing right now if I was not distracted? Sometimes we miss a lot in our lives by being distracted. We miss a deeper connection to our life, in the immediacy of it as it's unfolding. We can miss a deeper connection to ourselves and all the complexity of what it means to be a human being, but to really be present for it all and not be distracted. And if we're distracted, we miss a deeper connection to other people. And that can simply be, or not so simple, but be a deeper perception of others, to take them in, understand them, really be attuned to what's going on for them. And then we also miss the richness, I would say the profound aspects of what happens between us as human beings and between us and the world around us, in that relationship, in that relatedness, in the way that there's a give and take, or there's ways in which how we are meets how the world is and how other people are. And in that mix, there's a richness, there's a profundity, there's so much of value. So to not be distracted, not be distracted by our judgments of what's happening that keeps us removed from a deeper perception, seeing, understanding. To not be distracted by our emotions, especially fears and aversions and desires, which cloud the water, make it more difficult to really be present for ourselves underneath the desires, aversions, fears, and to perceive the world more deeply than only what's seen through the lens of fear or desire or aversion. So what is your experience of life when you're not distracted? And that question can be behind any time and place we find ourselves, but it can be right now as we sit here in this meditation. And maybe you'll discover some answers to this question. And at the end of the meditation, I will offer a specific focus for this question. But to live with this question for the first good part of this meditation. And so I would encourage you not to answer the question with a distracted mind, meaning don't spend a lot of time thinking about the answer, commentating on the answer, thinking about the question, or commentating about the question, or reacting to the question. Just to kind of drop that question into your meditation. Periodically, as we go through these minutes together, and see not what you answer intellectually, but what appears as an answer in your direct experience of here and now. So, what is your experience if you are not distracted? So, to assume a meditation posture and gently close your eyes. In the realm of what answers this question is our direct experience. And so to begin with establishing a connection to our direct embodied experience, to take a few long, slow, deep breaths, a ritual of connecting to now and here. A feeling of your body from the inside out as the rib cages expand. And then letting your breathing return to normal. And for the next 3 or 4 breaths, to continue relaxing your body, your shoulders, your face, your belly. And then settling into your breathing. Perhaps with every exhale, letting go of the thoughts that have arisen. Maybe letting go twice, once at the beginning of the exhale, and if there's enough time, perhaps letting go and a relaxing at the end of your exhale. Maybe so the exhale continues for a few moments more. Relaxing into the silence. And what is your experience when you are not distracted by thoughts? And to add to the question, how might you appreciate others when you're not distracted? When you're not distracted, how might you better appreciate other people? And it's customary for a deep practice to dedicate the benefits of Buddhist practice to the welfare and happiness of others. And that might begin by appreciating the value and the importance of others. And simply that, appreciating other people, is the beginning of bringing them benefit, happiness, well-being. And may it be that our ability to be undistracted enables a greater appreciation of others, so that we're motivated to be in the world to benefit others. May all beings be happy. May all beings live into their potential to be happy. May all beings be safe. May their capacity to feel safe inwardly and outwardly come to a great fruition. May all beings be peaceful. May their capacity to experience profound peace be easily accessible for them. And may all beings be free. May the inherent possibility of being free from oppression, inwardly and outwardly, may they be free of that. May all beings be happy. Thank you. Seems like I have to go and push another button to make all this work here. Hang on a minute. Okay, it worked. Great. So, hello everyone, and I'm quite happy to be here with you all. And what I'd like to do this week is to continue this intermittent series that I've been doing when I'm here, related to compassion. And the premise around this is that the desire to live with compassion, to be more compassionate, is supported by understanding the many things that come together to really allow compassion to be strong or full, complete. And that a quick, headlong movement into compassion might be okay, but it might leave out too much of ourselves. It might leave too much of our potential or the fullness, the full embodiment, the full quality of compassion that is nourishing, that is beneficial, certainly for the people we have compassion for, and also for ourselves. That we don't leave ourselves out in being compassionate. And one of the reasons for that is the compassion we have, the way we care for others, is so much better and cleaner if we have cared for ourselves properly, if we include ourselves as the foundation for a healthy form of compassion. So to understand the different elements and dynamics within ourselves that contribute to a healthy compassion is really important. And so many weeks ago, I said that there were 5 different elements that come together for this kind of healthy compassion. And so there were 5 A's. So awareness, attunement, appreciation, aspiration, and then the action. And so to take time to understand these different aspects of compassion, things that contribute, the foundations for them, and then to bring them along with us when we're going to be compassionate. And that can be second nature after a while as we understand it, so it doesn't take that long. Or that each of these different foundations can be cultivated so that they are there more often for ourselves. And so I've spent now a week on these different some of these elements. There was a week on awareness and a week on attunement, and today I want to spend this week on the week of appreciation. And appreciation is a wonderful quality. I hope that each of you understand that when you feel appreciation for anything at all, that it's a nice feeling, it's an inspired feeling, it's a kind of a happy feeling, to appreciate something, appreciate oneself, appreciate others, appreciate our experience, our good fortune, what's happening. And the ability to appreciate is a enriching experience for anybody's life. To spend more time appreciating in a realistic way the goodness, the benefits, the well-being, the good fortune we have is an antidote to spending too much time ruminating about our misfortune, what is not going right. And there's a kind of sometimes a certain bias that many human beings have for being of tuning in to their misfortune and overlooking their good fortune, what it is to appreciate. And some people who live lives that are a dream for many people around the world who are poor and oppressed and challenged in so many different ways. There's a dream that they could live that way. People who live in a, and sometimes in a modern Western society where there's so much available for us, we don't appreciate how much is available, how much support, how much goodness there is, how much benefit we get, because we focus more on the areas of our misfortune. Not to dismiss misfortune, but to put it in the context of something larger and put it in a more maybe realistic context. And one of those ways is to appreciate more and take in the benefits of appreciation. And for compassion, it's invaluable to appreciate the people we have compassion for and to appreciate them in deep ways, not some surface way or not some policy of appreciation, but really to take people in. And one way to really appreciate well is not to be distracted by our thoughts, our concerns, our worries about people, about what we feel we need to do, not be distracted by our sense of responsibility, which sometimes can be activating and, oddly enough, distance us from others if we kind of inhabit the strong ideas and feelings, I should do something, I'm responsible, I have to do something, it's up to me. All of which kind of maybe puts the focus back on oneself. But to take time to be in our direct experience, to appreciate others in deeper and deeper ways. So appreciation is a number of things. One is to value. Whatever we appreciate, I think we value, give it value, give it importance. So to appreciate other people is to see them as valuable, see them as important, to see them with, see that they're precious human beings, they're valuable human beings, that they're important human beings. And if we want to be compassionate to people, we also need to consider what it is that supports people, what they benefit from, and how their situation can be improved. And not a few people, their situation is improved if they experience others appreciating them, that others treat them as important, as valuable. And just to stop and do that is invaluable. And if we get caught up immediately, we need to do something, we miss the opportunity. There have been times when homeless people have asked me for something, and maybe it's my circumstance that I'm not in a situation to provide them with what they want. And certainly been times in my life where I just kept walking and ignored them. But this idea that it's a gift to appreciate people. I've turned towards them and said hello, or said I'm sorry, or not right now, or but I wish you well, or thank you. To really stop and take them in and look at them at least, and not to ignore them as if they're important people. And so this can be done in all kinds of circumstances, in family, and friends, and work, and that we take the time to recognize them. They're important. And everyone is important. To not see everyone as a valuable human being in some way or other, um, by looking past what they do, to see their potential, to see something deeper in them than their actions, is one of the great things. Even people sometimes who are doing things which are harming others, sometimes they do it because they have never been valued themselves, and they're hurt, and they're spreading their hurt around to others. And the ability to stop and see them in a deeper way than their actions sometimes transforms them. That might be the beginning of what stops them from their maladaptive behavior. So to see that everyone's important. And part of appreciation also, many people feel, or it's sometimes explained, is gratitude. That there's also a feeling of gratitude, that we're receiving something from others. We're receiving their goodness. We're receiving benefit from them. We're receiving, that we benefit also from the presence of others. And what does it take to be grateful for a stranger? Grateful that they're alive, grateful that they connect us to life more fully, grateful that here too is where we bring our practice and our love, our care. Here, thank you. And and so to value, to see the importance of people, to be grateful for people, that they exist, no matter their circumstance, that whatever their age is, we appreciate them. Whatever their nationality is, we appreciate them. Whatever their race is, we appreciate them. Whatever their gender is, and now we understand there are many variations of gender, and to really allow people to kind of inhabit who they are and appreciate them for deeply. It would be as a gift to appreciate their sexuality, who they are sexually, whatever partnerships they have with others, whatever their orientation is. And again, there too appreciate the variety, the richness of sexual expression. And it's kind of pointless to diminish people for their gender, their sexuality, their nationality, their race, but to step forward and say, yes, hi, you are important and valuable and dignified and equal member of the human race. And people, whatever ability people have. And I appreciate so much now that we understand that there's such a wide range of ways that brains operate, ways that abilities that people have, and that each one is a full human being, regardless of, or as they are, in abilities, and mental abilities, emotional abilities, physical abilities, and to really kind of, no matter who comes in front of us, to have the first instinct, the first kind of approach to take the time to perceive them without distractions, to perceive them without judgments, to perceive them without commentary, to perceive them with a willingness and an openness and a wisdom to see this too is a full, maybe, perfect, maybe, or something. This too is a human being that can be appreciated as a human being as they are. And there's a lack of this in our world. Probably all over we go, we find a lack of people being appreciated deeply. And I know people who just simply going to the supermarket and shopping, they can feel that there's people don't appreciate them for whatever reason. There's so many reasons we do this. People who are short or feel like they're overlooked. People who are old feel that they're overlooked. People who are of some minority race feel that they're ignored. People who display characteristics that or features or whatever way that people are ignored or dismissed or worse that goes on. It's a form of care and love and benefit for oneself and for others to appreciate them, to be grateful for them, to open and allow ourselves to see them as dignified and valuable human beings. And wouldn't this be a good foundation for compassion? I said maybe less compassion is needed in this world if we treat each other this way. So appreciation will be the topic for this week, and I'm looking forward to. I appreciate the opportunity to spend this week on this topic, and appreciate all of you for not only being present here today for this, but also so many of you have been present for so long on these 7 a.m. sittings, these YouTube sittings, and I really feel it's been invaluable for me and to be able to come in and offer these teachings and have these kinds of considerations. So I want to thank all of you, and may we continue. Thank you.